Thank you, Dr. Davis. I'm Art Seavey. I'm with the University System of Georgia. When we first started thinking about the summit, we kept coming back to this theme, the faces of the students. Who are they? What do they need? How are their lives different today? What can we in higher education better do to serve them? All of us collectively in this room serve 500,000 students. So we did the first logical thing. We called the Georgia Center and asked if we could have an event space for 500,000 people. We had to scale back a bit. But the students you see lining up, their stories are varied. As you listen to each story, think about how that student would fare on your campus, or think about what you can learn from the great work already going on throughout the state. Please hold your applause till the end.
Good morning. My name is Alvy Coase III, and I am the 2011 Georgia Occupational Award of Leadership recipient. And in this role, I serve as the student ambassador for technical education throughout the state of Georgia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you should all trust me, because as a funeral services education student, I am the last man to let you down. Education with a purpose is our motto at Ogeechee Technical College. As I travel this great state, visiting many of our institutions, it is evident that the Technical College System of Georgia is preparing students for success in today's global workforce. As students look to make the transition from the classroom to their career, having an informed and dedicated career services department makes all the difference and has a huge impact on student success. Career support services such as resume writing, dressing for success, and how to successfully communicate in the workplace all help to provide students with the soft skills necessary for a productive career. Career Services partners with many local businesses in our local communities in order to provide shadowing and internship opportunities for many of our students. I currently serve as the executive director of the Hearts and Hands Medical Clinic in Statesboro, Georgia, and I have seen firsthand how important it is to have a skilled and dedicated workforce. We rely heavily on nurses, dental hygienists, and other professionals whom I know have received adequate and quality training through the Technical College System of Georgia. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Helen Provost. I first started out college as a traditional student and ended as a non-traditional student. My desire to earn a degree for a bachelor's started the summer immediately after high school. But like so many other college students, I had interruptions, 3 to be exact. For the past 20 years, I have been a successful entrepreneur, a mother, and a wife. Yet there was always a desire to finish my education, especially before one of my children. In my household, it was never, are you going to college? It was always, where are you going to college? I currently have a son at Middle Georgia College, and he is in the aviation program. I decided to go back to college in 2008 when Georgia Gwinnett College opened up. It was practically in my backyard, and I figured that the long drive to either Georgia State or Athens was no longer going to interfere with my family life. So I enrolled, and I decided I would go back and finish my bachelor's in administration in finance with concentration of finance. I just graduated December of 2011 before any of my children, which was my personal goal. I first started college at DeKalb College, which is now currently Georgia Perimeter College. Switching to the 4-year was a little more difficult because some of my classes that I took did not go with the current classes that were available. But without the faculty and staff at Georgia Gwinnett College, I would have taken at least another year, and a degree would have been harder obtained. So I had old catalogs that I kept because I knew I was going to go back to college, which helped me out. But the only suggestion I could have for you guys, for non-traditional students, is to have some sort of program where the older students, before technology hit, can come back to school and attain a degree. Because without that, it would have been much harder for me. I would never have graduated before my children. So that is the only suggestion that I would have, is somehow bridge the gap to make degrees more obtainable. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Michelle Coronado, and I'm from Moultrie Technical College, and I will be receiving my degree in marketing management in April. My advisors have been supportive with their career assessment, which helped me decide the most appropriate program of study. Their advisement helped me to focus, guide me, and help me to succeed and graduate. They kept me in line, let me know when I was falling short, and let me know when I was flying like an eagle. Without them, I would not have known the best path to take. My advisors encouraged me to get involved in student organizations, which I am proud to say I am a state officer of Collegiate DECA and local president of our Student Leadership Council. I would also like to mention another support system, and that's the students themselves. The students at Moultrie Tech support each other in many ways. The togetherness and knowing that others care makes attending class an event that you do not want to miss. In closing, I would like to thank my president, Dr. Anderson, and her staff at Moultrie Technical College for making every day a pleasant experience. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Susan Bates. I'm a nursing instructor at Okefenokee Technical College in Waycross, Georgia. However, today I have been asked to speak on behalf of Valdosta State University and my experience in the prior learning assessment program, which my degree was in the Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. Just to give you a little background history, my medical career started off well over 20-something years ago at Okefenokee Technical College as getting my diploma in surgical technology. There, I went on to obtain an associate's degree as a registered nurse, and then going back to Valdosta State University to obtain my degree in adult education. After many years of study and family, personal things had become where it was really difficult to adhere to a rigid schedule to show up for class at a particular time every day. And thankfully, to the program that was developed through VSU, I obtained my long dream of getting my bachelor's degree in nursing. And it was through prior learning assessment, PLA, which in essence is you are credited for the time that and knowledge you have put in previous academic experience and life experiences applied toward credits to your degree. Not only did I enhance those experiences, but I also obtained so much more knowledge that I wasn't even aware that I really obtained. And it was less time, probably finished about 6 months earlier than I would have in the traditional classroom, less expense, less travel time. I just spent 4 years prior to that traveling approximately 60 miles from my home. So what I would like to sum up and for you to take with you today is to know that other options must be explored to continue this program where you don't have to have a non-traditional is essence. Not everyone is cut out for whatever reasons is going on in their life to be successful as a traditional student. And I'm very grateful that I've been given this opportunity. Hope I can carry the message to keep this program growing, to realize this world is no longer round, it is flat. And we must go forward for ourselves and for our nation. And through exploring other experiences, I believe this will be accomplished. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Stephen Allen. I serve as the National Treasurer for Skills USA, which is a national student organization serving more than 300,000 students and professional members in all 50 states and 3 U.S. territories. This opportunity has magnified the entire leadership experience. I have also served Skills USA at the state and local level. My colleagues and I have developed leadership, communication, teamwork, and many other skills by participating in student organizations at the local, state, and national levels. The experience of being a state officer and observing the planning and implementation of state leadership conferences cannot be found in the classroom. As a national officer, I have been able to travel to different parts of the country on behalf of Skills USA and Oconee Fall Line Technical College to network with hundreds of students and professionals. All of this is possible because of a strong student support foundation. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Trey Sinyard. I'm a recent graduate of the University of Georgia. And the one thing that I want you to take away from my 60 seconds is that through the process of obtaining my degree from the University of Georgia, I learned to relentlessly pursue opportunity without regard to resources. To relentlessly pursue opportunity without regard to resources. My two majors, biochemistry and finance, were seemingly incompatible, but I want to tell you how valuable they are to me today. First, I founded a company with one of my best friends called Living for Monday. Don't wait for weekends to do the work you love. It's a career consulting firm, and we have a blast. I leverage my business degree with it every single day. Secondly, I've been privileged to gain acceptance to Duke Medical School, and that's where I'll start in the fall. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Cotina Howard, and I'm a student at Georgia Piedmont Technical College. I am currently pursuing an Associate of Applied Science degree in Automotive Technology, as well as a Welding and Joint Technology diploma. After many years in the clerical field, I decided it was time to pursue a career that would be something that I was intrigued by, and that would be working on cars. Having petite hands and integrity, I decided I would do well in the automotive business. While enrolled in my programs, I discovered the welding program. The skills I have gained will continue to increase my value and earning potential. Now, you may not think of automotive or welding as online courses. However, many of the courses that I were able to take as far as my core classes, math, English, and other courses, were online. Discussion boards, videos, chats, and emails, as well as dozens of other communication tools allow much interaction with the classroom. Being a single parent, flexibility was a necessity. I will be very successful in my career, and online learning has played a significant part in my elevation and my legacy. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Natalie Dukes, and I graduated from Georgia Perimeter College this past May with my associate's degree in general studies 2 weeks before I graduated from high school. I attended GPC as a dual enrollment student and as an honors student, and I loved every minute of my experience. I was looking for a more challenging education option while still being able to participate in my high school activities and remain in a very supportive environment. Georgia Perimeter's excellent professors not only challenged my intellectual ability, but also created a classroom exposing me to more than just book smarts that prepared me for further success here at the University of Georgia and in the real world. Georgia Perimeter allowed me to not be stagnant in my educational endeavors, but pushed me to higher levels while still achieving my basic high school goals. I am now a junior level status environmental health science major, working towards my MPH, or Master's of Public Health, here at the University of Georgia. I found that GPC has prepared me in countless ways and definitely has helped me to get to where I want to go. However, none of my success would have been possible without the help of advisors and mentors at Georgia Perimeter College and the belief they had not only in their school, but also in their students. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Christy Kunkel. I lost my job 2 years ago and found myself looking for employment. I interviewed at a number of businesses, and even with 9 years' experience, companies were still looking for managers with degrees. I enrolled at Middle Georgia Technical College in their Business Administrative Technology program. After taking the entrance exam, it was no surprise to me that being out of school for 35 years, I was going to need remedial math. I was thrilled to discover that a number of remedial programs were available to students with my dilemma. Because of remedial instruction, school has been less intimidating. Remediation and courses required prior to program courses are very important to success. I was able to beef up my algebra skills prior to taking college algebra. In many cases, it's a matter of dusting off the knowledge and skills that you have not used in a few years. I would hate to think what would have happened if I went directly into algebra without remedial courses. Starting with an effective entrance exam and learning support math courses has absolutely been the best path for me. Thank you.
I'm Maggie McBurdy, and I started at the University of Georgia in 2008 with 4 AP courses under my belt and placement tests on the agenda. After orientation, I had 13 hours of credit and permission to collect 2 courses. These hours came in handy when in the fall of my sophomore year, I decided a medical career was not for me. After some introspection and discussion with mentors, I transferred to the University of Georgia's engineering department. My friends thought I was crazy, and the undergraduate coordinator even asked, "When do you want to graduate?" But thanks to these AP credits, I was able to replace university core requirements with engineering requirements, thus shortening the gap between me and my engineering classmates. After further evaluation, I decided to add a certificate in agro-security. It was one of those opportunities I just couldn't pass up. Who wouldn't want to study food and national security simultaneously? With a switch to engineering and an agro-security certificate, I will graduate this December. In summary, without the AP credit, I could easily be here an extra year. The AP courses gave me the leeway and security I needed to be confident in a switch to engineering midway through my collegiate career.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shaquita Adams, and it is indeed a privilege and an honor to stand before you today. When I decided to go back to school, I didn't know what to expect. At Wiregrass Georgia Technical College, they offer several support services, but one that has truly been beneficial to me is the support that I received from my advisors. Because of personal reasons, there were times when I wanted to quit, I wanted to throw in the towel, I wanted to give up. I didn't feel like I could make it. I was at my breaking point. But my advisor sat me down and took the time to help me figure out how I was going to finish school. I know if I had dropped out, I would not have had the courage to return. But just a kind word and a little concern from these advisors gave me the push I needed to get my diploma. I can't speak for anyone else, but without great advisors, some of us would be sitting on the sidelines singing shoulda, coulda, woulda. There's a connection that students can make with their advisors that will help them stay in school through graduation. This connection is made every day throughout our colleges, and my experience is just the same as so many others. Every college student needs great, dedicated advisors like Lisa Howell, Kelly Wetherington, Sherry Bell, Shalonda Sanders, and Shaquita Jones in their backpacks. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Shaquaria Morgan. My father often motivated me by telling me to work as hard as my mother. My mother has attained a bachelor's degree, whereas my father only recently received his bachelor's degree in human resource management this past summer. Unfortunately, my father was never given the support from his family to pursue higher education. Therefore, his pathway to success resulted with him being enlisted into the Army. Education has always been crucial in my household, resulting in me attending schools that would not hinder me from receiving the best education in DeKalb County. Through the Early College Initiative Program on May 4th, I received my associate degree in General Studies from Georgia Perimeter College. On May 25th, I received my high school diploma from DeKalb Early College Academy. My goal is to receive my bachelor's degree at Georgia Southern and become a forensic accountant. If I could give you one suggestion, it would be to allow high school students like myself who have earned an associate's degree to make a seamless transition into a bachelor's program without concerns of additional summer coursework or SAT test scores. Nonetheless, with our early college opportunities, higher education may not have been a viable option. Thank you.
The true secret to all success is hard work. Good morning. My name is Sandy Price. I am the Georgia State Phi Beta Lambda FBLA PBL president, and I am also an accounting student enrolled in the Associates of Applied Science degree at South Georgia Technical College in Americus, Georgia. The support services I receive have played a key role in my success. My student advisor, Ms. Brenda Boone, has done a tremendous job helping me tailor my academic schedule to align with my work schedule as a local school bus driver. Her inspiration, leadership, dedication, and commitment to the students in the accounting program have helped to pave the path for my success. The most popular area of student support at South Georgia Technical College campus is the Academic Career Enrichment Lab, or to most students on campus, simply the ACE Lab. Tutoring is available in a variety of the subject areas in the different colleges' programs of study. Flexible scheduling from the instructor and the student tutors make this lab the most popular student service offered on our campus. I was so impressed with the positive impact that the ACE Lab had on my success. I applied for and received a job as a student tutor through the Federal Work Study Program. I now have the opportunity to help other students become successful in their chosen field of study, something I truly enjoy. Our mission at South Georgia Technical College is workforce development with a 98% job placement rating for students. Also, our Career Services Office assists with a lifetime job placement for our graduates, something I'm truly proud of. To each one of the students, each one of the faculty and administrators who support student services and support all the students on our campus, thank you.
I'm Wynn Blair, and this May I'll be graduating with a degree in consumer economics. But I didn't actually start out in consumer economics. I started out in landscape architecture, where I spent 6 semesters, and it was a lot of fun. But when I decided that it wasn't for me, I realized that there were not many options that you could apply those credits to. So it was hard for me not to feel like a sense of a failure at that point, but I soon realized that in college, there are many opportunities out there, and that's just part of the experience to determine all of those opportunities. And I would strongly encourage each of you here today to figure out a way to create an environment where exploration of different things and different fields of study is a part of everyday life, and that you don't feel like you have to come into college expecting to know exactly what you're going to do and not having a plan. And despite that, I'll still be graduating in 4 years this May, and I'll be starting a master's degree this summer. So it's worked out all right, but thank you.
Colin Powell once said, "There are no secrets to success. It is the result of hard work, preparation, and learning from failure." Good morning. My name is Monica Morris. I am proudly your Collegiate DECA President, incoming state officer, and Collegiate DECA Student of the Year for 2011-2012. When making the decision to return to school, I asked myself 2 questions: where and why? I chose the Technical College System of Georgia because it allotted me personal preparedness and job readiness. Atlanta Technical College offers me a comprehensive program of study that is both challenging and enriching, and has exposed me to advisors who provide substantive advice and direction. My advisors have assisted me in my professional development and have primed me for my career as a paralegal. Most critical to my success as a student has been my involvement in organizations and extracurricular programs. It is a great feeling of belonging when you are an intricate part of a team that functions as a whole to accomplish a common goal. It is also important to being a flexible and personable employee. My time in college has been rewarding and a gratifying experience. It has inspired and encouraged me to continue my education and inspired to earn advanced degrees in my particular field of study. The technical college system of Georgia has empowered me to set me on the path of success and ultimately financial freedom. My only suggestion and greatest suggestion would be to bridge the gap between the technical system and the university system to make matriculation for students such as myself easier by accepting more credits and offering more programs that are transferable. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Sharon Yarbrough. I'm a second-year non-traditional distance learning student at Georgia Perimeter College. I'm also on the dean's list for an entire year now. It's something my family is very proud of, considering my academic life wasn't always stellar. I was a teenage mom at 16, and at that point, my school counselor said, "That's it, kiddo. We wish we could help you, but there's really not much you can do. Go home, take care of your kids." My parents didn't really know anything different either, and they said, "Well, we'll help you find a job, but yeah, your college? Too bad, kiddo." So I went and got a job, and I took care of my kids. And I had to get another job, and we went through a string of successes and encouragements, and I helped them through school, and they did pretty well. But the goal was always, you have to go to college. You have to do better than I did. But the jobs eventually led to a promising career as an executive secretary for the president of the International Business Bureaus Association. And I was happy with that job, but I wasn't thrilled because I wasn't pursuing my own goals. I wasn't doing something that made me proud to do. I was always working towards someone else's goals. And that reflected in my kids' life as they questioned what we were doing and why they had to go to school if you had to grow up to not be happy. So things continued, and eventually there was a medical crisis that I went through that necessitated being in a wheelchair for over a year and spinal reconstructive surgery. And now I stand before you, a proud almost graduate of my associate degree, and my children have finished high school and they have committed to going to college as well. But what we would ask, me and my children, for you to take away from this is that you can't complete college if you never start college. You have to remove the obstacles for us. You have to teach us how to learn when we have to go back. We've been out of it too long, and we don't have all the tools at hand. So like was mentioned earlier, we're not familiar with the technology. We're not familiar with all the great and wonderful things that you people are doing to help us succeed. We want to succeed. We really do. We want to be the example for our kids. We want them to grow up and have even better lives than we ever dreamed of. But to do that, we need your help. So help us remove those obstacles, and we'll walk the path to success not only for ourselves, but for your programs and also for the state as a whole. Thank you, and I wish you luck with the work you're here to do today.
Good morning. My name is Craig Swanson. Have you ever seen the commercial, "I'm a PC"? This commercial is about the perceived weaknesses of non-Mac personal computers running Microsoft Windows compared to the corresponding strengths of the Mac OS. You've seen the testimonials in the commercials. Well, I too am a PC, but in a different perspective. Prior to my college experience, I lacked confidence in a number of ways. This has changed because of technical education and the participation in student organizations and competitions. With Skills USA, I competed in related technical math. I thought I might be okay at best in this event, but however, I was the first place winner in the state. Then I finished in the top 12 in the nation. Because of that experience and the evidence of my abilities, my confidence was on the rise. I had the privilege of representing Georgia as a delegate in the nation's capital, where I advocated for technical education and met with Senator Saxby Chambliss. This experience has took my confidence through the roof. So now I am a motivated, effective, and confident leader. Earlier I told you that I'm a PC, not a personal computer, but thanks to the opportunities of support services available through technical education, I am a privileged character. Thank you, and go Dogs.
Good morning, y'all. How you guys doing today? My name is Matthew Mitrovich. I'm a recent graduate of Georgia Gwinnett College. Before attending Georgia Gwinnett College, I would not be what you would have called a great student or a participant in school. I never liked school. I didn't want to go to college, but all my friends were going to college, so I decided to go to college. I went to GGC. This was the first college I went to, and I actually stuck it out through the whole 4 years there. But when I got there, I had to take remedial classes, and I was not happy. I did not want to take them. I didn't want nothing to do with them. I didn't show up to class. And then I had 3 or 4 awesome professors. One of them was this 4'11" teacher over here, Dr. Wonder, that I didn't show up for her first 2 classes. She called me, asked where I was, and I said I slept in, couldn't be there. She's like, no, you'll be here in 20 minutes. So I got there in 20 minutes. So she also refused to accept anything lower than a B. Any work I turned in, failure, whatever, she gave it back to me, not acceptable. So just trying to explain the importance of teachers to their students. Because of her and a couple other teachers, I learned that C work's not acceptable. C's do get degrees, but won't help you be successful. So thanks to the teachers at GGC, I've become very successful. I'm getting ready to take my LSAT and go to law school. So, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dustin Regis. I'm a sophomore at Georgia Highland College in Cartersville. Now, I have a hearing loss, a profound hearing loss. I'm sure y'all are wondering, how in the world is he talking? Well, I have a cochlear implant that helps me to hear, and I've learned how to talk over the years, and that's a whole different story. The support that I have that have been helpful for me over the years are the reasons why I continue to plan on pursuing my goals. I have found the relationship between faculty and students that made it possible to relate this subject to what I've known in my past, to what I've been interested in, and which makes it learning so much easier. We are young students. We do not always know what's right and what's wrong, how to get there. So we need a friend, an advisor to help us get to our goals and to overcome the obstacles and be successful. And one example of that would be the dean of my college at Georgia Highlands. She told me I had the 2 hardest professors for my 2 classes. And she said, I highly recommend you to take these 2 professors. They're easy for you to understand. So I took those 2, and right now I'm doing excellent in those 2 classes. So I thank her. And another support that I use is that I use a remote captioning, which I use on my laptop. It's a service that's wonderful. There will be a captionist listening online, and she'll be hearing, or he will be hearing what's being said in the lecture, and will be typing up the words on my laptop so I see what's being said. I don't miss anything that's being said, so I know exactly what's being said in class. And I also get excellent notes out of that. So they're wonderful. And one suggestion I have to make it is that credits from one college to another college in the state of Georgia, they need to be equal, not different, instead of losing credits, which is not fair, because that's all hard work that I've worked really hard for and tried to earn. I've lost several A's because I transferred from one school to another and lost credits. So to me, that's a lot of hard work there. I mean, it's just disappointing there. And I would like to transfer again. I hope that those credits I've earned, I don't have to earn them back again. And I would like to thank you for your time.
Good morning. My name is Jasmine McKelvey Hunter. I am a student at Georgia Perimeter College. I'm a criminal justice major. In addition, I am also the Chief Court Justice on the Judicial Board there. I'm a non-traditional student, and as a non-traditional student, I feel that I came in at a disadvantage. In addition to having a daughter, having other responsibilities of just day-to-day life, high school students tend to come in at a better advantage because of the fact that they have more rigorous requirements than they had when I graduated from high school. And as the years go on, they become more rigorous, and you kind of get, set back a bit. As a result, I placed into learning support classes. They were a great asset to me, but they were also, it was one of the most difficult things that I've done. As a mom, it became really hard sometimes to actually be able to buckle down and focus on certain things that I didn't always think I would have time to do. But my daughter was my motivation, and I made it through. I would like to suggest that maybe we could get a diagnostic test requirement done so that we can have a better idea of where we are deficient, so that we can focus more on those areas and perhaps have some classes that more cater towards that, so that we can all be on an even level playing field when we start in the beginning. Thank you.